What up, folks? Another episode of Third Exposure. I got a rising phenom with me, Stephon Dennison. Actually, low-key my nephew. I want to break down a couple questions with you, young fam. So, nowadays, a lot of things are changing, especially like in the culture of, what I'll call it, the culture of, not to say success, but like, so you're 19, right?
Yeah.
Traditionally, folks go to school, get your education, get a degree, all that other stuff, right? I know you're still taking college courses, right?
Yes.
So one might say, okay, with that, my man might be behind track. However, on the other side of things, in terms of your social media pop and what you're doing in that arena, one would say you're well far advanced of a lot of people that might put a lot of surge into it. So I guess what I'm asking you is, what do you think the difference is? Like, why do you think that maybe in a traditional form of learning, like that might not have been like your best escape or you had your most success, but in terms of this wave that like a lot of folks don't know how to navigate, you seem to be able to create a bubble, like just off pure talent. Like, talk about that for me.
Yeah, a lot of people think if you have a paper that say that you did this, did that, is you proving that you could finish it, you accomplish something, then they can depend on you. That's why a lot of people say go to college,
Right.
do all this,
Diploma and all that other stuff.
Yeah, but sometimes I think like I don't need this, but just get it just to get it. So you feel me?
Yeah, no. So you're saying it's good to have as a backup.
Yeah.
Right. But and again, I think like what I see in terms of the social media stuff, right? And it's gonna like this is my leading to my second question for you. There's clearly, I see you constantly on your phone. I see my man with his he got the iPad. He looked like a college student, but everything he's doing about like how he's going to attain is like there's a different work ethic involved. Like, oh, there's the same work ethic, excuse me, but you didn't do about it. And that's why I'm going back to that traditional essence. But when I see you, he's always on his phone. Me and him gonna do a little skit later. So I was like, yo, what you about to do? He said, well, I'm about to search and I'm about to research, what's trending now. Then he came back to me and he had a theme and he had a whole plot. So I'm like, everything that they try to teach in school, my man has learned on his own. So tell me now, like, when you think about doing a skit, because he says he's more of an actor than he is an entertainer, right?
Yeah, definitely.
So when you think about doing, when you think about like what you want to do and like how you're chasing your passion and like what's the next thing, what's the work ethic that goes into that? What do you have to like bring to the table? Like how does your mind work? When you wake up in the morning, like what's the grit? Like what is it? Talk to me about the grind.
Really, it's like what you really want to do. Like if you want to be an artist, actor, dancer, you gotta practice. It's like 1 million people in the world trying to do what you trying to do. So you gotta look at it like, oh man, how can I be better? What can I do? It's not about being better. It's what can I do? How can I be humble? You gotta stay humble. Like, what can I do to be better than that person? But you really not trying to be better than that person. You just gotta grind better than that person.
So what's that grind look like though? Like what's your grind look like?
My grind, studying, researching, practicing. You feel me? You could be the best actor in the world, Will Smith. They still gotta practice, like acting, taking methods, learning new methods, learning your character, try to get more information on it, learn the history.
Do you watch do you go to other people like other people you respect that do similar to what you do and see what they doing and maybe like?
Oh yeah, definitely.
Yeah?
Yeah, definitely.
Last question for you. So again, this whole social media and I'll call it like the wave of entrepreneurial creativity, whatever you want to call that whole wave of like social media and like the world unknown. Because I'm back in the day, man, I was in college. I was in college and they had MySpace. So boom, that was the bubble. And I was like, I was even apprehensive about that. But whoever knew we was gonna have IG and then Snap, right? Yeah. So you never know what the evolution is. What do you think the future of this whole independence wave is? What do you think the like next steps are? Like, where do you think this is all gonna go? We recording a video. I'd probably never done this like this easily in 10 years ago. So what do you think the next wave is, or what do you see as the future?
I see like more people doing YouTube, like videos. But if you got talent, let me tell you something. It's like, I look at it like this. It's three different types of people in this world. You have people with talent that bury their talent in the dirt. Then you have another person that have talent but only share with family and friends. and you have another person, the person that's 100% gonna make it, share them with the world, share that talent with the world. So you gotta look at it like this. That's why it's hard.
It's kind of deep.
'Cause everybody got talent, but it's hard.
That's kind of deep.
Everybody got talent, but it's hard for them to accomplish their talent because they got two things stopping them.
What are those two things? Either burying it or only for the family.
Yeah, uncomfortable or shy.
How you break that discomfort though?
You gotta get uncomfortable. You gotta want to get uncomfortable.
So if you're a singer and your voice is bananas, you got some Jennifer Hudson type vocals, but you don't like singing in groups. How do you blow that? How do you pop that up? How do you get to the next?
You gotta want to do it. You gotta want to do it. If you don't want to do it, it's people that want to do it. If I go to a singer right now that want to sing, you're like, I got something. Boom, he ain't gonna let me know he'll sing. He just gonna start singing. You go walk past somebody, they gonna.
I do love them people. Real rap. They are few in nature, right?
Yeah.
I know dudes that used to just walk out. I used to promote clubs when at the end of the club they just walk out singing. That's how they used to get chicks too, though.
Yeah.
But it'd be funny money. But I know there's a lot of people. It's funny you say that. It's funny you say that.
That's why a few only make it.
Yeah, because even those that like aren't afraid to share it to the world, they might not even be looking for the fame, but they might have a talent that's so supreme they can't help it. But if you never explore that talent, if you never let it go, I think somebody told me one time that a hidden talent or talents are all blessings from God, right? And to deny that talent or to deny the world of that talent is almost a curse. It's almost like a view of hatred, because then you take something that's supposed to like uplift, and all of a sudden you suppress it. I had one more question for you. You was talking about that. My man, he's had 1 million views on a couple of his joints. He actually, in talking to him, he said that his favorite thing about the acting joint is that he can be a different person when he steps out there, completely different person.
Be uncomfortable. You can do whatever you want to do,
and not feel what? And not feel judged. My man said you can do whatever you want.
You don't feel judged. Somebody tell you to scream. If it's in the script, scream.
You just go.
That crazy. You can do that. A lot of people. That's why a lot of people really don't like showing that talent because they scared of judgment. Yeah. That's why so many make it. So many don't.
How can they reach you, man?
Oh, you can reach me on Instagram at Stefan W Dennison _. Snapchat Stefan Dennison. YouTube Stefan the Great. So you can reach me there.
All right, say no more. As y'all know, I'm James Lambert III. Appreciate y'all, my man.
And I'm Stefan Dennison.
Yeah, all right. Hey, check my man out. He about to blow. I promise you, he got some special things coming up. Matter of fact, he just did a little joint with India Irie. I don't know if I'm supposed to plug it or not.
Yeah, you can.
Either way, we plug it in. All right, appreciate y'all.
All right.